guys, and welcome to a Museum Minute with the Kamloops Museum and Archives. My name is Megan and I'm the museum educator here. Before we begin, I would like to just take a moment to acknowledge that we are located on Kamloops Secwepemc territory within the traditional and unceded lands of the Secwepemc First Nation. Now, the artifact that we are going to be talking about today is this Victorian hair wreath. Now, probably when I say Victorian, many of you guys have somewhat of an idea of what those people might have been like back then. Probably many of us are thinking corsets, very straight lace, perhaps even of Queen Victoria herself. The Victorians did a lot of really interesting things. Of course, mourning really came into fashion, especially after Queen Victoria lost her husband and mourned him until her death in 1901. Now, these hair wreaths were made by women during the Victorian era, and while it might seem odd to us, they were actually so popular that you could mail away in the mail order catalog for special glue to preserve the hair. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about hair wreaths today is that I think they're a really important insight into women's history, particularly in the Victorian era. Hair was very important to women in the Victorian era. Young girls would wear their hair down in braids, but once they were adults, they were expected to keep it tucked up, tucked out of sight. You can see in our portrait of Catherine Schubert, one of the overlanders, that her hair is very much tucked up and out of sight. So these hair wreaths would have been made with the hair of women's children, of family members, and perhaps anyone who might have passed away. So in this sense, they really serve as a record of commemoration, of love, of loss, and of family for women. They're also important because in the Victorian era, we start to see the rise of mass-produced consumer goods, whereas these hair wreaths were a way for women to decorate their homes in something that they had made themselves by hand. Thank you so much for joining us for Museum Minute. We'll see you next time.